Humans can be pretty predictable sometimes. For example, if you just put a higher price tag on something, chances are we're going to think that it's higher quality. Or vice versa. If something's extremely cheap, we're going to be a little bit skeptical about its quality. And in today's video, I want to highlight a really brilliant direct-to-consumer e-commerce idea. And it's funny because it's a very simple concept and it's starting to really pop off. So we're going to break down this idea, this store that's doing over $2.5 million a year with it, and probably a lot more actually, but we'll get into the details here and just talk about this overarching theme that is ultimately a very good idea for anyone wanting to launch a brand. So as you see here, the store is called satisfyrunning.com. And what they do is they sell running gear. And as you see from the traffic, they're starting to pick up big time. They've had over 137,000 monthly views every single month for the past, 3 or 4 months. But what they do is they sell running gear that is just expensive. That's what they do. It's just expensive running gear. Now, how can such a simple concept be doing so well, right? I mean, these shorts are $420. That's unbelievable. The way that they're able to do it is simply because nothing like this exists. And of course, I will say their execution is brilliant. They've really created a cool vibe. It looks like a streetwear brand for runners. So what they were able to identify is that a lot of people are getting into running, a lot of high profile people, and just really in general, a lot of people love running right now. But the traditional running gear from Nike, Adidas, just sportswear in general, just has this sort of vanilla vibe, right? This vibe that is just so monotone and boring, really. And these guys decided to add a twist, some spice to it, create sort of a designer brand for people who identify as runners. And you'd think that that's too niche, right? You'd think that that would be something that is just so small. There's not enough people to really satisfy a brand like that. But the reality is that, there's millions and millions of runners out there. So despite that not being like billions of people, you can still build a multi-7 and 8 figure brand out of it. And, their profit margins are probably insane. A lot of these things are $540 for this jacket. Like, I guarantee you this does not take anywhere even close to that to get made, which is cool. So let's read a little bit about it. Our Perex 3L Fly Rain jacket is engineered to protect from wind, rain, and snow, certified for ultra trail racing. And it weighs 154 grams. So to me, this doesn't look very special. It's really the price tag and the vibe around it that is making the difference for me. So constructed from ultra lightweight Perex Shield Air, this recycled nano ripstop from Japan is waterproof, windproof, and highly breathable. So they're actually going above and beyond to make this a high quality product, which is super cool. I love to see that, but $540, that's pretty insane. They're definitely appealing to a very specific type of demographic here, and it's working. Like I said, the proof of concept is there. This shows that this can work. Now, their social media is really popping off, again, simply because of the price tag here, and ultimately the idea, which is very clever. This is just getting so much popularity, and these guys are so genius because I don't know if you've heard of the app Strava. There's an app called Strava, which is basically the social media of running. That's how big running is, guys. There's literally a social media app specifically made for runners. And what they've done is they created a club on Strava, which is so cool. And they have it linked in their social media here at the bottom of the page. They have their Instagram, their Strava, and then their YouTube channel. Now, as you saw, their landing page is actually pretty long, right? But I love it because it's just very simple, like one headline and then an image, one headline and then an image. Let's see how it looks on mobile. I'm guessing it's literally the exact same thing. Yeah, it is. So you just scroll down and you read it very quickly. It's so simple. You guys already know me. The simpler, the more impressive it is to me. And truly, I think these guys have achieved the pinnacle of simplicity for what they're doing. And it's working so well. It's just so cool. Now, they also have a YouTube channel where they create some like high production value content, and they're clearly running this as ads. So YouTube ads are definitely not something to neglect. They can definitely work, but they're more of a brand awareness, sort of like brand identity play, as you see right here, right? Like this is let's see a little bit actually. It's probably not going to convert very well, right? It's just a video, but man, these guys are just so awesome. They've really created this streetwear vibe, but for running. I just feel like that's so simple, but so genius. Maybe I'm overstating it. Maybe, I'm just biased because I love things like this, but I don't know. I think it's pretty brilliant, and I think other people think so too. They were actually able to raise $2.5 million in funding from a French public investment bank. This is a French brand. Maybe that's part of the reason why they were able to come up with something so creative. Who knows? And then I guess the last thing I want to highlight is that they are running ads, and they are very simple ads. They're also running whitelisted ads from other people's pages, and it's working pretty well. But yeah, these ads are literally just retargeting ads. That's all it is, and that's really all they need. But if I were them, I would definitely utilize more of their good content as ads, since they have literally just incredible content here that already gets so much engagement. You could easily run this with conversion optimization, with a conversion optimization goal where the machine is going to start learning on customers that it gathers data from, and you're already gathering data if your store has a pixel installed on it and is getting a lot of visitors. So that would go a long way with very little spend, especially like I mentioned, given their total authority and brand awareness that they have going on. They have a big brand and a very unique concept, so it would stand out a lot in the world of running. And try to think about how that could apply to other businesses, right? That's what I'm thinking about, is how, just the price point, how much of a difference that can make in the perception of the brand. It's really powerful, and it kind of relates to what I said at the beginning. Humans are kind of predictable, more predictable than we think. We're more subject to our psychological or subconscious predispositions, I guess. It's pretty insane, and it always baffles me when I see things like this. So I wanted to share it with you all, of course. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what content you want to see. Let me know what you want from us here on the channel, from me on the channel. Really, it's just me. But soon we will be expanding the team a little bit once I start streaming again, so that we can get a really nice content farm going. But that's it. See you guys in the next video. Peace.